So we are just about set to go here from College Park. Shea Keithler from Maryland. It's actually DeCenso for Richmond, and Keithler will win the faceoff. Keithler is down the near side and somehow trying to keep this in. It goes out of play. Who's got it? Maryland. So 1 for 1 for Shea Keithler. Again, he only took 35 faceoffs in his career up to this point. So this is Matthew Keegan. First look at him in a Maryland uniform. He's going to turn to his right and give it off to Zach Whittier into the starting lineup. He was a familiar face for Maryland off the bench, but clearly a bigger role expected this year. Bryce Ford gets it back to Keegan near side. This is Whittier. Whittier finds Keegan. Doesn't like what he sees. He's got to back up. He will swing it over for Bryce Ford. Ford is going to turn, find Urksa up top. Near side Keegan. Maryland still has time to work with. 35 seconds on the shot clock. This is Spanos from behind. He's got to pass it up top. Urksa. Near side Whittier dropped it. And it still cannot get control. He's pushed over. Zach Whittier trying his best to recover the ground ball. That's great defense on him by Mitchell Dunham. And it's going to stay with Maryland here after the whistle. I think that's a fresh 60 on the shot clock too.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for Richmond. Such great rotations for the Spiders on that first possession, but now got to go even longer.
This is Eric Spanos. Behind the goal it goes for Matthew Keegan. Keegan coming to the front. Now he's got to pass it back. Spanos around the far side. He will give it up. Up top for Urksa. Near side Whittier, down low. It's Keegan turning, shot deflected, and it goes into the stick of Vigu. That's a good first possession for this Richmond defense.
A couple times you had that shorty matchup behind the goal with Eric Spanos, and who else but the guy we highlighted in the open. Pilling did a great job on that possession, rotating and keeping him from getting topside.
So Pilling is going to give it off to Joe Sheridan. 7 goals, 4 assists last year for him. Henry Alpaw. Alpaw going to take it himself and push it wide. It's going to stay with Richmond, backed up by Aiden O'Neill, a guy whose name we're going to be saying a lot of today. So O'Neill will bring it in. Off to Sheridan. Up top it goes for the freshman Daniel Pickard. Pickard backs up, passes up top. That's physical defense, ball knocked away. That's A.J. Larkin, the former Loyola Don. Is he gonna take a big step up this year?
Last year was really his coming out party, and you expect even more from him this year.
O'Neill, covered by Will Schaller. He's gotta give it up. Merklinger gets it to Alpaw, 10 seconds. Richmond's gotta go now. Alpaw just trying to find a bit of space, passes it off, shot at the buzzer goes wide. That is great defense by Maryland. Joe Sheridan had that last look.
And on that possession, Tyler, Zach Gorno, one of the transfers on the short stick defensive side for Maryland, got beat, but Kohler, another short stick, did a great job of coming into the slide and picking him up, and that forced a bad shot for Richmond.
And that was A.J. Larkin. You could just see on that replay, making things difficult. Pushing the pace here with it is Elijah Stoneball. He will give it up to Daniel Kelly. The Terps' leading goal scorer 2 years ago. He got to 30. Other than that, he's kind of had a reduced role. Not this year, though. Stoneball. Low pass. This is Jack Schultz. First freshman that we see for Maryland. Schultz dancing around, physical defense on him by Charlie Packard. Urksa over for Matt Keegan. Keegan into the middle, it's Kelly turning, saved. Vigu got enough to it. Behind it goes, backed up by the Terps. Here's Urksa. Far side it goes for Noah Armitage. This is Snowball. Snowball working his way down low, and the pass is going to get away. Richmond's defense with another stop. Take another look at the save by Vigu. Again, Ben, just a matter of getting enough to it. That certainly was the case there.
You know, with those possessions, Richmond had a body around the ball at all times.
Lucas Slate with a nice move. Richmond wants to get him back. Give Richmond strike first. Good defense there by Peter Lake, another freshman. This goes to the far side. Olsen near side, a bouncer will just be pushed wide by Evan O'Neill.
That's the right idea from O'Neill. Try to bounce it on the turf just a little bit too early in his placement.
Here's his brother Aiden to the front. Just excellent defense, but he turns, finds enough room from Schaller to shoot, and it goes wide. Still tied at 0. It's been a defensive showing thus far. And Realpa far side. He's gonna cut inside. It's just not much room. Because Slade, behind it goes. Turning around is Creo, and he has to go. It goes over and out. But it's gonna stay with the Spiders. It's a rock fight so far, Ben.
It sure is. And that's how Richmond just has to dump this one away. Just that's how good the defense has been so far. Got a couple of situations where the shot clock has winded down on both these teams, really. And a couple of good looks there for Richmond, but nothing to budge yet.
Well, Ben, so many new faces in both of these offenses. You wonder if that plays a part. Guys just getting that chemistry up here early in the season.
Yeah, I think it does. And I think in years past, we've seen Maryland maybe lull a little bit in the early part of the season offensively, not sure who the go-to guys is or where the chemistry is being built. You saw toward the latter part of last year in the tournament, Maryland was playing its best ball offensively.
Forward near side, it's Keegan. The transfers connect to give Maryland their first goal.
It's a thing of beauty right there to have two transfers. We talk about having some of these new guys, how are they going to mesh together? And Ford, a guy that people are very high on out of Fairfield. This is a great pass to find him across the seam right here. A couple defenders reach the stick out, but that's just too much room for Keegan. Very talented player and great placement on the shot to go low. Vigu's a tough one to get it by, and you got to go low.
Another face-off won by Shea Keithler. He's going to take it himself and push it wide. Spanos is right there. Will stay with the Terps.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
Intended for Keegan, and that's Hunter Smith. That's what he does. An excellent defenseman here for Richmond, wearing number 6. First team All A-10 last season. And now the Spiders are going to slow things down on the offensive end, get their guys in. A low-scoring game so far, 1-0 to the hosts. There's O'Neill, working on Will Schaller. Now comes around the far side. Physical defense as Schaller forces that pass. Lucas Slate. Back to Max Merklinger. Up top, it's Lucas Olsen. Good defense on him by Stamos. Charlie Packard. Cuts, turns, saved. McNaney got his stick up. How good has the new number 1 looked so far, Ben?
He has looked excellent, whether he's defending out of the cage to get the pass or just doing what he does best. Anything up high is McNaney's game. He is one of those keepers where if you put anything up high from distance, he is going to see it, and he's going to catch it with his stick.
So will be Maryland ball really quick. Let's take a look at that save. Just incredible stuff. This is Jack Schultz, and one of a few freshmen we've seen. Number 68 player in this freshman class. Jack Dowd into the game, wearing 55, first time we've seen him. Boy, was he fantastic in his time at Salisbury.
And that's a really good Salisbury program at the D3 level. Don't discount what he did over there.
Pass gets away there from Armitage from Jack Schultz. And out of play it goes. Richmond's defense. I know they're trailing, but Ben, the defense is keeping them in this game right now.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're Richmond, you have to love the place that you're in at this moment. It's been difficult for Maryland to find good shots. The one really good look that Maryland got was the Keegan goal, and that shot came from quite some distance as well. You'll live with that.
So the Spiders get it clear. Seems like early in the season, so far in this game, I think Maryland's more worried about getting the right guys on the field than really working on their ride. This is Pickert, the freshman. Pass to the near side for Aiden O'Neill, the junior. Their top returning guy on this offensive end. Joe Sheridan. He's got the shorty, but he passes it up. Far side, great look O'Neill off the post. That was the best opportunity for Richmond in this game. And the whistle's gonna go against Maryland. Richmond's gonna get it back, but how close were the Spiders to tying it there?
Well, this is a good look right here for O'Neill, and that's exactly where you need to put it on McNaney, low into the far side, and just catches the woodwork.
It's a good look for the guy they want to be in that situation all game long. Number 5 in red. He's got the ball right now. We're seeing a lot of Daniel Pickert, the 3-star recruit out of Pleasantville High School up in New York. Alpa. He dropped his defender, then he dropped the ball. A race to it, it's won by Joe Sheridan. That's a heads-up play by the junior.
Burles great on the slide right there to get that ball out.
Physical defense there on O'Neill by Schaller. Here's Sheridan. 7 goals last year for number 7. Looking for his first here. There's a shot from distance, no trouble for Logan McNaney.
That ball was at his feet. Those are tough to save, but like you said, the distance is what helps. He's got great vision.
That's a big thing, Ben, to have a goalie who's kind of been your guy for a while, because the defense, they know what he likes to see.
That's right. They exactly cater to the goalkeeper. He's the anchor.
There's Matt Keegan. Maryland's got 30 seconds. They're trying to double up Richmond here with 2 first-quarter goals. The defense on both sides has been so good here in game 1. This is Whittier. He's making a dash for it in the middle. Pass it over to the far side. It's Urksa. Behind it goes, and now it's dropped. This is Keegan. Not much time here for Maryland. Pass in the middle. It's Whittier right at the buzzer. 2-0 Terps. What a great cut by Zach Whittier.
There wasn't much time, and when you get in those situations as a midfielder or just someone off the ball, your only option is, I gotta find a way to get open off the ball. And this pass, how does it get through everybody there? And it finds Whittier, and that's an easy finish for a veteran player such as himself.
Zach Whittier really came alive in the NCAA tournament last season, picking up 4 of his 6 assists when it mattered most, and now he's got a goal in game 1. 2-0 Terps. Ben, how about this Maryland defense so far?
Defense, really got to give credit to both sides. You give up a last-second goal there for Richmond. That's unfortunate given the defense that had played that entire first quarter.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
Plays Kohler, fantastic defense behind the cage. He gets tripped up when the slide comes, and he does a great job to rotate, and he eventually squeezes back in to force that errant pass toward the end.
Bryce Ford gets taken down. Loose change scooped up by Hunter Smith. But he can't move the ball forward. It's just a war for the loose ball right now. This is a tough ground ball, and Daniel Kelly comes out of the pile with it.
That gets the bench going.
That gets the crowd going as well. That's the type of game you're going to get every time you play Richmond. Every loose ball is going to be a battle. And that's kind of what you want if you're John Tillman to start off your season, Ben. A physical game against a team that really, really wants that defining win. There's a shot in the goal, far side, Bryce Ford. From defense to offense again for Maryland.
Now this is just a massive swing right here for the Spiders. An opportunity to get this ground ball. Who wants it? Seemingly everybody wants it on both sides. And you have a lot of contact on both sides. And Daniel Kelly, a veteran player who comes up with this ground ball. And Bryce Ford, how about this for his first goal as a Terp? That's a huge swing.
Again, it looked like Richmond was going to get a stop. And instead, Maryland takes it up the other way and scores. And now it's Sean Crater into the game for Maryland at the dot. You know, it was a question, how much of Crater would we see? Keithler was probably going to be the starter with just a little bit more experience. Coming into this game, Sean Crater had only taken 12 faceoffs. He was a really highly touted recruit out of high school. The second ranked faceoff guy in that class last year. And now here he has been coming in and winning a faceoff. That's his second that he's taken today and the first that he's won. So Maryland's offense with a chance here to set things up. Jack Dowd to Spanos. .25 seconds left to go on the shot clock for Maryland. This is just a Terp bunch that has looked so poised. They haven't been panicking.
Smart with the ball as well.
There's so much experience out there, even with the new guys. They played a lot of college lacrosse. Dowd for Kelly, off the post and in. His second of the ball game, set up by Jack Dowd.
And that's just Kelly's spot right here. Dowd, weren't sure what kind of role we'd see him. That's a great pass. And Kelly, when he gets on that wing, if you give an opportunity to wind up and shoot low to low, that is where he is so dangerous. And he's been doing that for years here in College Park.
(5-0) Maryland. And again, when the defense gets going, I think the offense, it just gives you that extra boost because you know that the guys at the other end have your back, Ben.
Yeah, and this has been a real back-breaking moment perhaps for Richmond. You call the timeout when it's 3-0, hoping to find something on that possession. Then you have that huge swing after the ground ball from Kelly, and then Kelly scores to make it 5. So at this point, Daniel Kelly has really given Maryland a comfortable lead right here.
This is O'Neal. Pushed from behind by Will Schaller. We've said his name a lot, Ben. He's been a guy that has really stepped up over the course of his career. You'd expect that trajectory to continue moving up this time around.
Yeah, he got great run as a freshman, even more as a starter during his sophomore year. So now he's kind of primed to be in this position here at Maryland as one of the best defenders.
Absolutely. The defense there by Stamos, loose ball. Can the shorty pick up the ground ball? Again, every loose ball is such a battle. And it's gonna go all the way back for McNaney. A caused turnover for Stamos, getting the bench fired up.
Another piece of continuity. He's that short stick, but he was excellent last year. Paired him alongside the transfer they brought in from Vermont, Colin Sharkey. Those two were really great together. Kohler filled in as that third guy. Now you got Kohler in a bigger role on that side. And this D-mid unit looks really good for Maryland today.
So now we will see this Maryland offense go. We've yet to see Spencer Ford, the top attackman recruit in the country. I don't even see him down on the sideline. Urksa to his left. Pass goes to the far side for Keegan. He spins, he gets space, it's Ford! It's 6-0 Maryland. As Keegan returns the favor, Ford set him up, and now he gives Ford his first goal in a Maryland uniform.
There was a lot of hype around this guy when it was announced he was coming out of the transfer portal to College Park, and that is a missile into the top right corner. Not many can stop that shot, and this Maryland offense has really started to click here in this second quarter. Dangerous spot here for the Spiders, now down by 6.
Everything has been going Maryland's way so far on both ends of the ball. Keithler is back in there at the dot, and Keithler is there to scoop up the ground ball. Oh no, a whistle is going to go against the Terps. I think it was Colin Burles who drew it. So now Richmond will set things back up on the offensive end. They just have not been able to get going. That continues. Another save for McNaney. His 6th already.
That was such a good chance, and it's another example of it's tough to go high on McNaney right in front of the goal right there. That shot has to be buried.
Whistle's gonna go. Timeout called by the Terps.
Had a season-ending injury a couple years back. That didn't stop him from making his mark even more on this program, and he came back as a graduate for a reason. He wants to be the guy here at Maryland once more.
These transfers have really fit in with the guys that have been here for a while in this Maryland offense. This is a unit that looks to be in mid-season form right now despite all the turnover. And you've also got two guys, in Whittier and Kelly, that have spent most of their time at Maryland coming off the bench. They have also had that seamless transition to be starters. Things just clicking right now for the team in white. There's another shot from the far side. It's Keegan again. It's 7-0. He's got 4 points already.
That weak side is just being exposed right now by Maryland. Richmond has not had an answer. Closeout is way too late, and it's too much space for Keegan. The placement on these shots have been so good in this game, and that's a killer right there.
You talk about the importance of the face-off dot. Richmond has made a change. Jackson Strickland into the game. Really interesting story. Grew up in South Carolina. He moves to Towson, goes to Calvert Hall. Great student there. He was a Brother Tom Miller Honors Scholar, and now here he is at Richmond, playing back in his adopted home state. And he wins the faceoff too. I mean, you said it, Ben. Richmond is not going to get back into this game if they don't start taking care of business at the dot.
Absolutely. I mean, I think at this point, if you're trailing by this many goals, you got to have almost every single one at the dot at this point.
Well, Strickland is now 1 for 1. Can the Spiders get going? That is just really physical defense by Maryland. Richmond's going to have to call timeout. And the Terps bench is so fired up.
That's Jordy Holmes out there laying the wood. And that's a guy that's really made his mark on this program for his man down D. Look at him just standing tall through the shoulder of 13 in red. Forced him to lose the footing in the timeout.
And again, it's a timeout that needs to come because Richmond still hasn't scored. We've got 27 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. He's the best attackman recruit in the country. We still haven't seen him, and the Terps have 7 goals. The depth for Tillman, you know, that offensive end, that was the big question mark. They've got returning guys stepping up and transfers really showing out here in their debut. 10 seconds for Richmond. Can they get on the board before the half? Far side, that's Kohler. The double comes. It's Burles. Good switch, and the clock just runs out. Richmond called timeout. They ran out of time, and it's 7-0 Maryland. And they are looking for a 6th trip to the NCAA tournament. There would be their 3rd in 4 years. Jackson Strickland is back in the game for Richmond, and he wins another faceoff. Former Cardinals now 4 for 4, and Ben, he's really given this Richmond team a chance.
I mean, that's all Richmond can really do at this point is if you can control the game from the faceoff X, you can let everything else fall into place from there, but it all starts there. So a lot of credit to Strickland for keeping this possible now.
So now we see the Richmond offense. Again, they've got 13 shots, 6 of them have been on goal, and yet they still have a 0 next to their name. Creo. Near side. That's just physical defense on him by Kohler. Aiden O'Neill. Working on Shaw. The switch comes. This is the matchup Richmond wants. Their top guy on the shorty. It's O'Neill. He scores. Spiders take advantage. Must be something about this half of the field.
I guess so, but that comes as a huge sigh of relief for this Richmond team, and we just said it. Everything else can fall into place if you control the face-off X. And this is your best player on the offensive side. Find a way to get him going. That's the matchup that you need, the short stick on the defensive side. And maybe Richmond can find something here if Strickland can keep up the success from the dot.
Maryland scored 5 goals on that goal in the second quarter. Richmond quickly strikes. Face-off is won by Crater. He takes and scores! A Fogo goal for Maryland! And a quick answer.
That has to be one of the most deflating things you can see if you're this Richmond team. You score, you finally feel like things might go your way, and 4 seconds later, the other team is already celebrating.
First goal in Crater's career. It was the first time that he had beaten Jackson Strickland, and he takes it himself and scores. And he's won another face-off. Momentum back in Maryland's hands. Sean Crater, I think, may have just found something. He had won just one of his first 5 that he took today. He scoops one up on Strickland, who had just been impossible to beat up to that point. He takes it all the way and buries it. And you're right, Ben, that's just so demoralizing. If you're Richmond, you finally get on the board, you finally get something going up top, and instead that 7-goal lead is back for Maryland. The Terps are not content. Urksa He finds Whittier. Far side, Kelly in space. Cutting inside there was Spanos. Physical defense on him. It's going to stay with Maryland. Backed up by Ford.
Yeah, keep in mind, we haven't even called Spanos' name too much in this game, and he was one of Maryland's best players offensively last year. He's a guy that can score on any given possession.
And
there's a lot of depth everywhere.
If you're a Maryland fan, I don't know if that's the worst thing, because that's a proven name, and you're seeing other guys you didn't really know what to expect, and they have been the ones that have stepped up. It's Kelly, only returner with multiple goals. Keegan finds him. Kelly, nice move. Nice save, Figueroa. He's just had tough looks, I think, all day. Maryland has done a really, really good job of setting up their offense, putting their guys in good positions. Figueroa is a fantastic goalie. He was co-A10 goalie of the year last season.
Yeah, he's had to face a lot of really tough shots in this one, and that was a good look for Kelly. Good ball fake to get free.
Here's Creo. Can Richmond's offense get back on their feet again? Hayden O'Neill is going to bring this out. McDaney barking instructions from the cage. Schuller's been working on O'Neill all day, and the only time that he wasn't was when O'Neill scored, when O'Neill got that switch. He's trying to beat him. This time he does. Aiden O'Neill starting to get going. That's his second.
It's a good way to get yourself going just a little bit more after the goal on the face-off from Maryland. But you get a good save right here from Viggy. That's tough at point blank. And that sets everything up to switch sides offensively. O'Neill, this is a tough matchup against an uber-aggressive defender in Will Schaller. And just takes it with that shoulder down the alley. That's a terrific finish.
In lacrosse, it just kind of feels like no lead is safe. As Shake Kiefler goes back out there, whistle's going to go against Richmond. That was DeCenso who came in for Strickland, who had lost the last two. So O'Neill has both of Richmond's goals. Maryland had a quick response last time with a Fogo goal. It's not going to be as quick this time around, but Terps do have it. Pass up top, it's Dowd. Extra pass for Armitage. Great save by Figueroa, who's been excellent in the second half.
Yeah, he looked antsy to shoot that one. First time got to see him get the touch, and maybe not the best shot for him right there, though.
So now here comes Richmond's offense. A pass down low, and somehow McDaney gets there. Logan McDaney will clear it himself. And the bench gets fired up for their new number one. Elijah Snowball waiting for reinforcements to come. Spanos is on, Ford is on. Terps are ready to rock and roll. Here's Dowd up top. Bryce Ford. Took a step in, back out. Dowd to Snowball far side. Snowball for Spanos. No space, that's good close out there by Packard, who's been playing both ends so far today. Spanos inside, it's Kelly, the hat trick. It's 9-2 Terps.
The ball movement has been so fluid for Maryland offensively. A lot of questions whether these guys would mesh together, move the ball well, especially here in the first game. It's February 1st, and we got ball movement like that. Kelly on the board for the third time in this game, and that's just tough to stop.
Again, Kelly's role seems to be different every year at this Maryland program. He was the top guy on the offensive end in 22. Maybe he'll be that again for this Terrapin team. How about Spanos connecting there on the assist? And again, Ben, I think the ball movement, I agree, has just been so good for a team in their first game. I think that's the most impressive part.
As a coach, you never want the ball just to die in someone's stick as the ball gets away. But if you're Maryland right here, the ball just continues to move around. And as a coach, you really love to see that because that's how things open up. Maryland maybe doesn't have like the Jared Bernhardt or the Logan Wisnauskas of years past, but if you can have a team that just scores by committee, you're going to be very successful.
Look at last season, that was the case, and the team made the national championship game without a 50-point scorer. Keegan lost the ball, and it's scooped up going the other way. With it is Chris Mazzaferri. Excellent job there by the shorty for Richmond. Flag is going to be thrown, I think, on a sub for Maryland. So now if you're Richmond, you can take your time because you know if you don't score, you're getting the ball right back. Man up. Here's O'Neal. He's got Schaller again. He beat him last time. Can he do it again? He tries it. Kick save, McNaney. And it's going to go out of play. Richmond will have a man-up opportunity and a big chance, Ben, to get back in this game.
An absolute must-score chance here for this Richmond team. Already one man-up opportunity early in this game. Maryland did a great job with the 5-man rotation. See if the Spiders maybe switch it up a little bit here and see if they try to beat Maryland another way.
So the Spiders will set up their man-up attack. O'Neal. Alpo. 20 seconds left. Man up. If you're Richmond, this just feels like a must-have. Alpo back over the far side. It's Slade. That's a good look for Alpo, denied. Loose ball scooped up. McNaney there again. And the Terps are rolling. A bouncer to Kohler who just chooses to slow it down. Another penalty kill for Maryland. And Logan McNaney continues to just have a monster day. 2 goals allowed, 10 saves for Maryland's new number 1.
Double digits on day 1, not too shabby for the veteran.
Here's Urksa behind. And I'll tell you, there was some talk, is a goalie gonna wear 1? You know, what's that gonna be like? There's your answer. Ford to Keegan. Urksa near side. Maryland wants to see him get going like he did last year. That's deflected behind. Race for the ball is going to be won by Daniel Kelly. He's been really good scooping ground balls today. The pass is intercepted, though, by Vigu. And a whistle goes on the hit on the backside. It's going to be Maryland ball again. They're getting Michael Farrell with a lot of contact. Here's another look at McNaney. It falls loose in front of him. And he is still there, Ben, to make the save. And that's the physicality on the far side by Farrell.
Yeah, just a cross check, a little too much aggression with it.
Keegan behind the goal. He's got the shorty on him, passes it off. Flag is going to fly. Terps are going to be man up. Urksa directing traffic from X. Now he's going to come to the front. Man went down. Urksa tries to scoop it behind for Spanos. Now he takes Urksa's spot behind the goal. He finds Ford, just missing it wide. It goes out of play. Terps man up for the first time this year. As if their offense needed the boost.
It's been fluid. Now you got the extra attacker on, and see what Maryland, what kind of personnel it brings out here. It's always an interesting part to see her early in the season. Who you have on your EMO and what you can run from there. So Maryland puts no one on the crease here. Now here goes one.
There's Dowd up top, Kelly. That's Dubik on the field wearing 32. You said, will there be a change in personnel? There it is. Dowd. There is Dubik. Passes out. Good look, Spanos off the post. Or maybe Vigu got a touch to it.
That was a good looking play. Just didn't get the execution there. The shot rings off the post, but that's a really good pass from Dubik.
So now Richmond will look to get it clear. They've survived Maryland's first chance man up, but they still trail by 7, and they need to get going now. O'Neal. Scholler does well not to lose him. Alpaul to the near side. It's just not much room for Richmond to get shots off, good ones at least. O'Neal tries something, and that's just what you got to do. At this point, if you can't get good looks, you need to just force the issue. That's what O'Neal did coming around the back.
And especially when you have 2-7 in white on you.
How good has Scholler been today?
He has been phenomenal.
That's Gorno wearing 47. Scooped up 208 ground balls before coming here to Maryland. McDaney with yet another save. The Bowden Polar Bears really had a heck of a player in Gorno, and now John Tillman is very excited to see what he can do.
What a name, the Polar Bears, and what a player that he is and what he brings to the table for Maryland.
We've seen a lot of guys playing shorty today. We saw a little bit of Holmes, who, remember, coming into this season while he has been here, just a man down guy. You see a few transfers come in and have an impact in that spot. And of course, Kohler and Stamos, who have been doing it. They were great last season. Look good so far today. Everybody is doing their part for the Terps, as Keegan wants his own hat trick and misses it just wide.
Maryland's got the clock in its favor as well right here. You can take as much time as you need on all these possessions.
They've still got 30 seconds. Let's forward up top. Bryce Ford. 20 seconds now. Terps need to have a bit of urgency. Keegan comes around and scores his third. 10-2 Terrapins.
Keegan has just looked like a special player in this game, and there's the matchup right there that you're looking for behind the goal. 36 in white, and he's got some words for his adversaries after scoring his third goal already here in his debut in this uniform.
Just seems like every transfer has been as good as you could hope them to be. How about the work that John Tillman has done, filling in the holes left by great players graduating in the portal. And a timeout will be called right here that the Terps have to play. Notre Dame, Q's, UVA, Princeton. They've got to play Hopkins, Penn State, Michigan. I mean, it pretty much is just the Maryland schedule right now.
Yeah, and Tyler, after next week, a road matchup with Loyola Maryland, team that Maryland has played the past couple years. The next three, Syracuse, Princeton, and Notre Dame, played in Georgia. That is an insane 3-game run. And that's just really nothing new for John Tillman. He loves to schedule like that, so his teams are tested.
There's a pass to Armitage. Flag flies on a hit on Stovall. Terps are going to be man up again. Urksa behind the goal. Comes to the front, lost possession. And it's going to fall into the stick of Tommy Stool. So it will be Maryland's EMO unit coming out. 44 takes this hit.
Yeah, that's just too late for Mazzaferri. Comes over and a little bit high with the contact as well. They're going to call that every time.
So the Terrapins will get back to work. Dubik is out there again. He's got the ball right now. He will retreat to his spot in the middle. Up top for Dowd. Switches it over. Now it's back to Dowd. Armitage. Urksa down low for Spanos. Dubik covered well. Kelly for Dowd. Can he have space? No. Great find! Urksa! Back post! The ball movement today for Maryland has been sensational.
Felt like it was about time that you were calling out a Braden Urksa goal because it had just been too long. Urksa, one of the most talented players on this Maryland offense the past couple of years. And for him to be quiet this much throughout the game and Maryland put up 10 goals before him, that's a good sign of how good and how deep this offense has been.
He led them in scoring last year. And for Urksa, that's his first point of the day. To be blunt, they just haven't needed it. Everybody else has been great.
Total team effort at this point.
And you know John Tillman is still going to find whatever small thing Maryland got wrong. Although on the surface, it just doesn't seem like much right now.
Yeah, he's always got an eye for what his guys could do better.
Absolutely, and that's, you know, what winning programs do. And if you're Richmond right now, you just got to dig deep and find something, get momentum back in your favor. Their non-conference schedule is tough.
You get Canfield on a hold right there.
Here's O'Neal. 27 has been on him all day. O'Neal's only beaten him once, almost did again as the shot goes wide. And that will end the third quarter.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
Come to this Maryland program where the best players in their state, in their county. Dubik, a guy who's getting more run today in the extra man opportunities. He was one of the best players in the entire state at Churchill. I mean, when you think of blue and green, you think of the Bulldogs.
That's a nice save by Vigu.
But just to reiterate that point about Maryland just kind of being a process to work your way up.
Spiders offense got to get going. I think at this point, you just want to have momentum. You want to build confidence moving forward.
Absolutely.
You know, I don't know if you could make up a 9-goal deficit against a team this good in Maryland. But again, you're taking the same amount of shots on goal. You just need to start getting shots to fall. O'Neal just caught that. He's moving to the front on Schaller. He's going to turn off balance, and those are the shots that Richmond has had to settle for.
Richmond's got some really tough opponents on the docket upcoming. In 2 weeks, you got Virginia the same day that Maryland plays Syracuse. You got Cornell 2 weeks after that. This Richmond team schedule's very difficult early on in the season. That's no surprise.
It's the freshman Pickard. Working on Kohler, and Pickard scores. There's his first college goal. And Richmond is really high on the kid out in New York. They started him today, and he opens his account.
It's tough. The stick of Kohler was all up in his business, still find a way to get the hands free. Kohler was just a little bit flat-footed, allowed him to get topside there. That's not a mistake he makes very often.
Now that's a goal in one of the better shorties in the country. That's got to be a confidence boost for a freshman, and they really need that for number 11. They need him to believe in himself. He's going to have a big role this year. And if he can do things like that, I think he's going to have a successful first season at Richmond. But that's now twice been 2 of the 3 goals for Richmond have come against shorties. And what does that tell me? That says that Maryland has just been sliding so well.
100%.
They've reduced those matchups all game long.
There hasn't been a lot of them, and the shorties have done a really good job on those set opportunities. Right. You can only stop it so many times.
The other goal, of course, being O'Neal beating Schaller, but that's the only time we've seen a pole get beat today. From Maryland, that was a good pass to the far side. It was just dropped by Lucas Littlejohn. How about Jordy Holmes coming in, scooping up a ground ball? He's been good today. Much larger role it looks for him this year. Again, he's been a man-down guy. Now it looks like he's elevating to another shorty option, and a good one at that.
A lot of guys have played at the short stick DM position today, and that's a really good thing. You want to have fresh legs at all times because you can get tuckered out playing at that position. You got to be in great shape, got to run all over the field and be able to go both ways.
And it also, the more guys you can play, the more looks you can give the other side. I remember last year at Notre Dame, they had 3 midfield lines that they played regularly, and that's just so hard to stop. Urksa gets taken down, somehow keeps the ball, and he throws it away the backside. He was trying to connect with Schultz out of Ridgewood up in New Jersey. One of the better players they've ever had. That's a good pickup for Maryland. John Tillman loves to recruit out of that New Jersey area.
It's tough competition up there of schools like Princeton.
Yeah.
And those other competing Ivy Leagues that are up north as well.
Well, that's the thing, you want to try to establish a pipeline up there. You could sell a Maryland kid just on being Maryland, as McNaney scoops up another save.
I think the prestige of the Ivy Leagues makes it tough to recruit against. Maryland has found a way, though.
This is just so smart by Maryland. They get these good looks in transition, but right now you're kind of playing the clock as much as you're playing the opponent. Just run it down.
Yeah.
Richmond can't score on you if you've got the ball. Terps bringing in their first line guys. Whittier, remember, he had that big goal, that game changer at the buzzer of the first quarter.
Yeah, it was 1-0 at that point.
Right. Urksa coming around, finds Ford, swings it over to Matt Keegan. We've seen a lot of 24 and 36 connecting today. The 2 transfers feeling right at home here in College Park. 8 seconds. Terps got to go now. Keegan spins. He might just dump this. He will. But that's not a bad possession if you're Maryland, to be able to run the clock all the way down. You know, obviously you're frustrated with the shot clock, but if it's not there, you don't really need to force it, get beat in transition. If you can dump it, you can make sure you've got your guys out there, Ben, on the defensive end.
Yeah, absolutely. No room for error at that point. You can kind of just, you know, get rid of the ball, get your guys on the reinforcements, and get some of these fresh guys, especially in the midfield.
Again, it's 27 again. Guarding O'Neal. He seems to have really taken over that take on the top guy role Ajax Zapatello had last year, as McNaney again with the save, but he was caught out looking for the ground ball, and Richmond takes advantage. I think Lucas Littlejohn was there. It was just chaos in front of the goal. You can see McNaney going out for it. It's just scooped in.
Oh,
a golf
wow.
shot by Littlejohn. That's a great goal.
That's something you dream of doing as a player in front of the goal. You see it there, just play it like hockey. Just whack it in, tennis racket it, whatever you want to call it. Sometimes you just got to get the ball in the goal how you got to.
Sean Crater beats Strickland. I mean, that's pretty much all that's been there today for Richmond. Not many clean looks. Here's Schultz. Jack Schultz has gotten the most run on the offensive end of any freshman. And, you know, that's the interesting thing about John Tillman is Urksa cuts inside and it gets deflected away. John Tillman doesn't seem to care about rankings at all. You know, he'll bring in a horde of top 100 guys every year. And I'd say that the group that he has selected here today has certainly made him proud. I mean, it's just game one with so many new pieces and parts. Terps are looking like a well-oiled machine right now with 5.5 to go. Here's O'Neal. He turns and beats Will Schaller again. That's his third of the day. And number 5 in red is as advertised.
He's been really good. He got shut down on a couple of opportunities in the first half, but he's turned up a notch here in this second half. And it's tough to beat 2-7. If you can get your hands free for just a second, that's all you might need if you're O'Neal. And he's shown that 3 times today.
He's only beaten Schaller twice, and 27 has been marking him all day. I mean, he's been denied, I think, a lot more than that. But still impressive for him to keep at it. And he's got his hat trick.
If you're Richmond, keep things going forward toward the end of this game. That could be a good sign. Still a tough schedule upcoming for both these teams. But if you're Richmond, got to have positive momentum going into the break.
Crater overran it. That was A.J. Larkin with a heck of a ground ball. These two pole wings that have just been so good on these face-offs, Larkin
he's just
and
an
Peter
enforcer.
Lake, 2 Loyola Dons. They're exceptional at scooping ground balls. And Ben, if you're a Maryland fan, that kind of reminds you of Chorus last year, a guy who scooped up ground balls on the wing. As the Terps get another, it's Urksa. What a performance for Maryland.
That's a result of having a guy like A.J. Larkin on your face-off wing. He wins you the ground ball, and this is too easy right here. Urksa can't be unmarked on the crease like that. It's just a lapse of coverage right there from the Spiders, and he's going to score that 10 out of 10 times, just like the number on his back.
So again, last time out, it was 26 Larkin. Now it's 39 Lake with the ball on the far side, and that's the first time that we will see Jonah Carrier wearing 28, the freshman, and he's won the faceoff. There's Lake again, scooping up the loose change. Again, it's just something about those Loyola Dons coming off the wings, getting Maryland these extra possessions.
They must practice it hard over there, huh?
I guess so. You know, 2 years ago when I was up at the booth with Matt Dunn for the Notre Dame game, I was asking him about it. He coaches over there at Loyola, his alma mater. And I think few could teach it better than he can. So he's worked with this group, and he's now produced two really, really good polls for Maryland in Larkin and Lake.
You know that MIAA is no joke.
Absolutely. That's a great find on the far side, and a goal for Littlejohn, his second. And the Spiders are not giving up.
A great pass there from Creo. Found a way through the seam on the right alley and just did a great job of finding Littlejohn right there on the crease.
That's an excellent find on the back post. But Richmond now has a 4-1 advantage in this fourth quarter. The only problem is that you just don't know if there's time. That's Carrier again winning a faceoff. Could he maybe be an option this year, Ben?
It's tough to tell at this part. You've had Crater, Keithler, and now Carrier, the guy that's made his name pretty much felt here in this building at the faceoff dot. You got a couple of options, and it might be tough for Tillman to see what he does going forward.
Well, at the faceoff dot, you'd love to have a ton of different guys that you can trust. Hamish McPherson is in the game. He's up there. Aiden Atkin is behind the goal. And it looks like Kevin Tucker is set to join the attack wearing 35. Another Don. When you've got the MIAA right in your backyard, you've just got to use it. Tillman certainly has. Here is Tucker. Passes behind for Atkin. Aiden Atkin will find Armitage. Armitage up top for Dubik. He's already got an assist today, and he will smartly dump that out.
See if Richmond can use these last couple of possessions here as just another way of showing some offensive life here going into next week. Seen some good stuff in this fourth quarter.
Richmond continuing to fight till the very end. Here's O'Neal working on Schaller. This has been a fun matchup to watch all game long. It's Sheridan up top. It's the freshman Pickert. He's already got a goal. Physical defense by Burles on Creo. Who's going to find the loose ball? It's Canfield for Maryland.
And a great pass to Schaller, and an even better pass up there. Can't handle it though.
It's given away. Here comes Richmond again with Alpaugh. Or excuse me, that's Gavin Creo. O'Neal. He's got a good matchup here. By that I mean just not 27, but he cannot take advantage. So timeout is going to be called here with 1:13 remaining. All right, this was a big question mark coming into this season. Who would be the backup for Maryland? Would it be Schmidt, who played in 6 games last year, didn't concede a goal? Or would it be Rupel, who was outstanding when he was called into service to replace an injured McNaney? 2 years ago. This is a guy with a cool story, the former Catonsville Comet. He played some midi for the Comets, but he just got beat there by O'Neill. Aiden O'Neill is not giving up until the final whistle. He gets by Trey Brown and sticks it past number 19.
And O'Neill has been really good, especially in this second half. He had a couple of really good opportunities. He rung the post once in that first half, had another good look that was saved by McNaney. He's already got 4. He was close to about 6 or 7 in this game.
This is impressive. Jordy Holmes is on the field. He's got a pole in his hand. He's been playing shorty all game. And now John Tillman throwing in another wrinkle.
Expect the unexpected.
What a guy to have, by the way, that can do pretty much anything for you. He's great on man-down opportunities. He can play a little shorty, and oh, by the way, here's a pole. Go out there and play face-off wing. He can do that too.
I feel like that's every shorty's dream, is for the coach to give you a pole and say, go have fun out there.
Well, we were talking before the game, and I asked you, had you ever had a pole? And you said you begged for it. It just never came.
No. David Gonzalez, he's a big-time watcher of Maryland lacrosse. If he's watching, I asked him a couple of times. He never bought for it.
So the Terrapins just going to run this out. This is a Richmond team that has given Maryland some trouble. Never beaten the Terps, but it was always close. Today, just not the case. A dominant performance for Maryland. A statement from last year's national runners-up. They take it 12-7.